On May 22nd, 2026, Pep Guardiola confirmed he's leaving Manchester City. 10 years at the club, 6 Premier League titles, a Champions League, 18 major trophies in total, the most successful era in the club's history. But trophies aren't actually why this man changed football forever. The real story is what he did to the sport itself, turning something built on instinct into something built on data. Here's how Guardiola broke football with science. Where it started. In 2008, Guardiola took over Barcelona's first team. What he built there became known as tiki-taka, short, fast, choreographed passing in triangular patterns designed to dominate every blade of grass on the pitch. In his very first season, Barcelona won the treble, La Liga, the Copa del Rey, and the Champions League, the first Spanish club to ever do it. He became the youngest manager in history to win the Champions League at just 37 years old. But the treble wasn't the revolution. The system underneath it was. The real innovation, positional play. Before Guardiola, possession in football was about control. Keep the ball, slow the game down, frustrate your opponent. Guardiola turned possession into geometry. Positional play system mapped the pitch into zones and demanded players occupy specific spaces relative to teammates and opponents at every single moment. Every pass had a purpose. Every position created a numerical advantage somewhere on the field. Football, for the first time, started looking like it was being played by mathematicians. When Guardiola arrived in the Premier League in 2016, this approach was still considered a niche, almost academic pursuit. Data from Opta shows that nearly every top instance of successful passes per game by a Premier League manager since 2008 happened after Guardiola's arrival at City. He didn't just bring a new style, he changed what every other manager in the league had to compete against. When data became the tactic itself. By the time Guardiola reached his final seasons at City, the science had gone even deeper. City began using real-time analytics models that recalculated space occupation during live matches, predicting exactly where numerical superiority could open up on the pitch. Metrics like X-threat and XG chain were used to measure not just whether a pass worked, but how much danger it actually created. Personalized data dashboards tracked individual players. Biometric monitoring fed into tactical decisions. A centralized data architecture connected performance numbers, tactical coordinates, and physical metrics into one system that shaped training every single day. This wasn't a manager using stats to support decisions. This was a manager who built an entire football philosophy that ran on data as its foundation. The trophies that followed. The numbers from his career are almost absurd. 12 league titles across 3 different countries. 2 Champions League trebles, a feat only one other manager in history has matched. A 100-point Premier League season, the first ever recorded. 4 consecutive Premier League titles between 2021 and 2024. Something no club had done in the entire history of English football. Over 40 trophies across Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Manchester City combined. What he leaves behind, Guardiola didn't just win. He rewired how an entire generation of coaches think about the game. Positional play, inverted fullbacks, the false nine, data-driven recruitment, all standard vocabulary in modern football now. All traceable back to one manager's obsession with treating football as a science to be solved. He's leaving Manchester City, but the system he built isn't leaving football. Every team chasing space with a spreadsheet owes him something.